Why does ice melt on its own when it's warm, but water freezes by itself when it's cold? The secret is how temperature tips the balance of spontaneity. In this video, you'll learn how Gibbs free energy links enthalpy, or delta H, entropy, or delta S, and temperature, or T, to predict whether a process is spontaneous. Here's the rule of the road. The change in Gibbs free energy. Delta G equals the change in enthalpy. Delta H minus the temperature in kelvins, T, multiplied by the change in entropy, delta S. If delta G is negative, the process is spontaneous under those conditions. If delta G is positive, it won't happen spontaneously. We can reason out spontaneity from just the signs of delta H and delta S. No calculator required. Let's fill in the chart step by step. If delta H is negative and delta S is positive, then delta G equals negative minus T positive, which stays negative for any T, always spontaneous. Enthalpy helps and entropy helps. If delta H is positive and delta S is negative, delta G stays positive for any T, never spontaneous. Enthalpy resists and entropy resists. If both are positive, enthalpy resists, but entropy helps. As T increases, the T delta S term can outweigh delta H, making delta G negative, spontaneous at high temperatures. If both are negative, enthalpy helps, but entropy resists. At low T, the resisting T delta S term is small, so delta G can stay negative, spontaneous at low temperatures. So far, we've mapped it out. Always, never, high T and low T cases, just from the signs of delta H and delta S. Want to check your progress? Tap the link for a quick practice test and a concise study guide tailored to this lesson. Quiz yourself, skim the highlights, and jump back in. And while on it, here's a key point that often trips people up. Spontaneous doesn't mean fast. It just means delta G less than 0, thermodynamically favorable. Kinetics still decides how quickly it happens. A reaction can be spontaneous and still crawl along if the activation energy is high. For instance, consider melting ice at room temperature. Delta H greater than 0 and delta S greater than 0. At sufficiently high T, like 25 degrees Celsius, T delta S wins and delta G less than 0, so the ice melts on its own. Now, flip the conditions. Freezing water at minus 10 degrees Celsius has delta H less than 0 and delta S less than 0. At low T, the entropy penalty is small, so delta G less than 0 and freezing proceeds. These two cases point to a general threshold. When delta H and delta S share the same sign, there's a threshold temperature T equals delta H over delta S, units consistent. At this point, delta G equals 0, meaning equilibrium. Above or below this point, the spontaneity flips. Stepping back. Enthalpy, delta H, favors processes that release heat. Entropy, delta S, favors dispersal. Temperature acts like a dial that turns up or down the influence of entropy in the delta G equation. That's why instant cold packs get cold. The dissolution is endothermic, delta H greater than 0. Yet entropy increases, delta S greater than 0. At sufficiently high T, T delta S dominates, delta G turns negative, and the salt dissolves spontaneously. To recap, use delta G equals delta H minus T delta S. Negative, positive. Always yes. Positive, negative. Never. Positive, positive. Yes at high T. Negative, negative. Yes at low T. Temperature tunes the entropy term. Now that you've watched the video, let's see how much you remember. Head to the link in the description where you'll find Quizlet content made just for you.